Trey is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for joining us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. It's debate night.
Oh. Yay! Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care for that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't care, period.
I hope it's every bit as boring as the last one, don't you? That'd be great to watch another 2-hour snooze fest. I can't wait. Can't wait.
No, but this is going to be at the Reagan Library.
Yes.
It's got the front runners of the GOP.
Front runners. Sell us on it, Jeffy.
Except for the front runner. Yeah, by 43 points, according to the latest poll. He's only 43 points up. You can make that up in a few hours.
You're not going to be able to vote for him anyway, so move on.
Really? You think?
Yeah, he's not going to be on any of the ballots, so move on.
Okay. There will be problems.
Yep.
If that's the case.
Oh, my gosh.
There will be some problems.
There's no doubt about that.
Anyway, that debate is tonight. I think there's 7 on stage. Asa Hutchinson didn't make the cut, though, why even bother?
Yeah.
That's my main thing. Asa's not going to be there. Yeah, I know Trump's not going to be there. But Asa Hutchinson? Dang it.
So this time there's only 7 of them, right? So that we still don't have a kids' table debate.
No, which is should. They should be doing that. Again, 4 should be the maximum. And even that's maybe too many, but a maximum of 4 you can see. And then everybody's got, I mean, if you take 2 hours, you divide that up fairly equally, that's not bad.
You got a little time.
Yeah, you could explain yourself. You can respond to things people said about you. 4. What would be ideal right now is 3. Just have Trump, DeSantis, and Ramaswamy on there.
Oh, what about what's
on
her
the debate
face?
stage? Hillary,
Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley. No. No need.
What if we did proportionally?
It's terrible.
What if you did the 6 candidates from tonight plus Chris Christie got a separate night? That way,
that way you don't have to steel reinforce the floor of the stage, right?
Wow.
What's that look? What are you looking over here for? I'm talking about for aesthetics. Like, you want to balance it. The same amount of space taken up.
And I'm just saying when there's 7 people, there could be, some foundational issues there. That's what I'm saying. You didn't think I was fat shaming Chris Christie, did you?
Oh, we don't
tolerate that
sir.
here. We don't appreciate it.
I thought this show
we don't tolerate it.
There was no fat shaming.
That's what I just said. Yeah,
he literally just said that.
I thought this show said there's no fat shaming.
Right, I literally said that.
Are we going to do deaf shaming now? He said that.
Did you see? I see where Chris Christie too. He was in Arizona sitting with Jerry this weekend. Maybe you not have that. I mean, the Cardinals kicked your butt. Well, you were in the booth, evening out Cardinal Stadium, and let me in.
We don't do that. We don't do that on this show,
yeah,
Jeff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I think someone just said it, but I'm not positive about
Somebody
that.
did. Somebody did.
Did you? They're doing this Newsom and DeSantis thing on November 30th on a Thursday night, and I thought, I know they're doing that for TV rating purposes. Fox News, Sean Hannity. By the way, tonight's debate is on Fox Business. Anyhow, that November 30th, I looked. That that debate between Newsom and DeSantis is going up against the Cowboys and the Seahawks.
Oh, wow.
Seahawks-Cowboys game. Poor planning by your staffs, gentlemen.
No kidding. Good luck.
Morons.
Or maybe that's what they wanted.
What, to hide it behind the NFL game?
That's on November 8th, you said?
30th.
30th.
I think the 8th is the date of the third GOP.
Yeah.
That's a Wednesday night.
Okay. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, there's a separate thing for just DeSantis and Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Weird. That's a weird
That
thing.
is really weird.
Just because they're trading insults about their states.
Well,
and
that Newsom is going to be on. He's going to have filed by then.
You think so? Man, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think so.
There's an October 16th deadline in some states for the Democrats to register, but I don't think they let that get in their way. If they
not if they decide.
Yeah, they'll change the rules.
Yes,
retroactively.
But why do you even want to replace the guy we got now? I mean,
he's so terrific.
Oh
my God,
this Joe Biden guy.
He's out there working harder than anybody ever has.
Well, and you can't keep up with the guy. some of the 20-year-olds that are interns around the White House, they try and they can't.
They can't.
They can't.
They can't.
And apparently he's supposed to be wearing tennis shoes more often, to keep him from falling. His staff has made sure that he's been getting some balance help from professionals.
And we noticed that they have the guardrails up when he walks up on stages now.
Grab and pull.
They originally said that they were going to start using the short stairs. When it wasn't a big event. If it was an event, it was dignitaries. You'd use the tall stairs coming out of Air Force One. They're not doing that anymore either. It's all short stairs.
They can't. If he falls again, while everybody's paying attention to it now, they're starting to realize that the guy's old and decrepit, and he's a bigger douchebag than he's ever been before in his life. And now he's compromised mentally and physically. So with so much focus on that, if he falls again,
oh man,
I think he plummets into the 20s.
Yeah, they're terrified of that.
They are terrified, and they should be.
He's come close a couple times.
How about yesterday?
Yes, he has. He arrived in Michigan yesterday to meet with UAW auto workers. Okay. And, of course, he stumbled on the short stairs.
Look at this. Whoa. Oh, bro.
And there's a...
He has to look down at where he's stepping.
Falls backwards a little bit.
Has to hold on for dear life.
Anyway, we can kill this now.
There's a side angle shot of that, too, where you see... it was closer than that makes it look.
Oh, wow.
They need that... Why don't they put that chair on the guardrail and just lift him up and down?
Or do what I've said. If I was running day one, it would be an escalator.
Or an escalator.
Going in and out of Air Force One.
Oh, you know what would be fun, though? Is... Look, I'm the president of the United States. I want the inflatable. I'm going to slide down every time. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Although, no, because he'd fall at the end. He'd crash at the end. Okay.
That'd be fun, too. If we're being honest.
Then here he is at the big event with those
workers. A good, 11, 12 auto workers showed up to hang out with him?
Yeah, it was almost a dozen.
Big event.
Yeah.
What do we want now? What do we want? Justice!
This work.
Okay.
Here he comes.
There I go. There he is.
Wall Street didn't build the country. The middle class built the country. Unions built the middle class.
No.
So let's keep going. You deserve what you've earned, and you've earned a hell of a lot more than you're getting paid now. Thank you very much.
Wait, what?
Well, so you didn't show the exit? Do we have the exit
go all the way to the end?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, he's already...
Oh.
Okay. So people walking around in circles.
People walking around in a circle.
They earned a hell of a lot more than you're making now. So they want 4-day work week. They want
Well, they asked him yesterday, hey, do you support $40 an hour? And he's like, yes. Mumble. So I don't know what he supports.
And as soon as he gave the bullhorn, wish we would have kept this part. As soon as he gave the bullhorn to that guy, he starts wandering around. He doesn't know where to go. He's pointing again, and he's asking again, where do I go? What do I do?
Of course he is.
Every time.
Of course he is.
So weird that he can't get that. He just can't handle it.
I know this is it's a hot take, but Joe Biden, man, he sucks. He just sucks in every way. And now his dog, right? His dog bit somebody for the 11th incident for one dog. And how many total, Jeffy?
I honestly, I thought
it's many. It's dozens.
Yeah.
Between the 2 dogs or 3 dogs or whatever
18.
he's had.
But it was, this dog is the 11th time, right?
Yes.
This particular dog.
Is this the commander guy?
Yeah.
Another Secret Service agent bit. Maybe it's the same one. I don't know, but he's a menace. Keep him away from other people.
It honestly says something, no surprise here, about the owner. If it's multiple dogs with multiple incidents, this reflects on the owner every time.
Yes.
And surprise, the owner of that dog sucks.
And it's not like they don't know that the dog has a problem.
I thought they took him back to Delaware for
That's
extra
what I was
training.
trying to figure
right?
out.
I think that was the other dog. I don't know if they've sent
I
this.
don't know.
I thought they both had.
This dog cannot be around human beings other than the Bidens. Send him back to Delaware or wherever. Get him some remedial training. But they don't.
They don't.
Why? Because they don't care about the people who are protecting their very lives. They don't care about him.
That has to be the case.
Yeah.
It has to be.
It has to be. Because otherwise, wouldn't you do something about it? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. You know what? We're gonna send him back to Delaware.
Right?
But no, nothing.
We're going to
they've already said
euthanize him.
they've already said they were sorry 10 other times. What do you want from them?
Oh, jeez. Right. Yep.
I don't think they have said they're sorry about this dog thing. Have they?
Not
Have
that
they?
I'm aware of,
Has he
actually.
ever apologized for his dog? What he did
don't know,
was
maybe.
come unglued against one of the Secret Service agents who talked about it. He was like, well, he was pissed at the Secret Service agent,
for
if you
mentioning
remember
it.
correctly.
Honestly, if you recall, between the election and the inauguration, some dog did something to him. Remember, he slipped out of the shower. I was playing with my dog because who doesn't love to be clean and you're wet and you're getting out of the shower, and that's the time you want to play with your dog.
Yeah, when you're naked and wet.
Sure. You're naked. Yeah,
That's the time.
That's the time. That's playtime. Here we go. Honestly, I think that dog and Corn Pop were onto something. I think they were trying to save us from Joe. Which, by the way, did you recognize there was something at the thing over the week or the Asian Pacific thing? You were playing something before we went on the air here, and you had noticed something. I don't know if you wanted to get to that now since we're talking about Joe. You were putting clips in. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if you were saving that or not. Okay. Guess we're saving it.
I was saving it.
Okay, we'll save it then.
But now that you brought it up,
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Biden.
I mean,
You made an interesting observation.
Interestingly, yesterday he was talking. Was it yesterday? The day before? We played it yesterday, so it must have been the day before. Monday he was talking to the Pacific Island nations.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes,
big-
I do. Yes,
big
because he
to-do.
tried to give them
$40 billion.
$40
billion.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was like, holy cow.
I think Zelensky couldn't believe it either. He probably put a call back into the White House. He's like, whoa, what are you doing now?
We'll get to the $40 billion in just a second,
Okay.
but here's one of the things that he said that confused a lot of people.
Asia and Kuala aiming to do the same for the Marshall Islands as well.
Okay.
And that's why the United States is formally establishing diplomatic relations with the Cook Islands. The real reason is we're both from Baltimore. That's a long story, but
That's a long story.
What? Yeah, it's a long story in that it's not true. There's no reason for
What do you
it.
mean? Why are you saying
and nobody knows why you said that.
Why are you doing that?
He's not from Baltimore, and neither is the Prime Minister of the Cook Islands
So
from Baltimore.
there's nothing.
There's no ties to Baltimore, really, for either of them.
Yeah, but it's the Cook Islands, right? That's what we're talking about?
The Cook Islands.
Okay.
Yes.
The Cook Islands.
The Cook Islands. And we finally, how long have we clamored for diplomatic
man.
relations
Yeah,
between
hello,
us and the
yes.
Cook Islands?
Yeah, it's like in the same
mean,
breath with Cuba.
I
We're
don't-
like, all right.
Yeah, let's please just get the relations going with the Cook Islands. And finally, I mean, it took 247 years. I hope it lasts. We're gonna make this thing stick.
We do. We do.
So it finally happened.
When you hear his supporters, I don't know how many there are, like 3 or 4 in the nation still, when they're going through his accomplishments, and they're like, I mean, he's done things no other president has done.
Yes,
you
and
can be
that's
like,
now you know it's
established
right.
communications
Yeah.
and
Diplomatic relations.
ties with the
that was a
the
long
Cook
time
Islands.
coming. It took a Joe Biden presidency.
I'm surprised we lasted this long without it. But finally, our future is secure now that we have
And
diplomatic
you like to see
relations.
it. You like to see it.
You
I mean,
do like
we
to
get
see
so
it.
much from the Cook Islands, like the stuff.
Well, all the stuff that comes from there
the
that
Cook Island stuff.
they export to us.
Oh my
we
gosh.
appreciate it like crazy.
Oh man.
all of it.
What do you think the Cook Island? Now I got to know what they export there. Okay.
Coconuts.
Oh, here we go.
Coconuts and monkeys.
What's Google Copra, COPRA, because that's good. We like that, right?
Copra.
Copra?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what
our
that is.
entire Copra capacity.
Oh,
I think,
papayas.
Is that for batteries? Copra? Is that another
I don't know.
mineral?
You're Googling it.
I don't have my
I do
glasses.
like
can't
papaya.
see.
Okay, papaya, fresh and canned citrus fruit.
Oh, fresh
There you go.
and canned.
So they actually have canning capabilities?
They do. On the Cook Islands, yeah, they do.
Coffee,
Who said coconut?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Who said coconut?
Who's the coconut?
I did.
You did. You're right, because copra is
Told you.
the white flesh of the coconut.
Oh, there you go.
Ta-da!
The word
Nice.
flesh associated with a coconut. That's weird. Fish.
Oh, fish come from the Cook Islands?
Pearls. Yeah, pearls and pearl
It's the
shells.
Cook, right?
Yeah, right.
Not the Coke. Although Coke might be something that comes from there.
And clothing.
And clothing.
I've got
Cook
to own.
Island.
I've got to own something with a tag that says "Made in Cook Islands." Find me something
Seriously.
somewhere.
I'd love that. That'd be great.
What is that?
That's it.
A grass skirt that they wear for ceremonies.
So
from
they
the Cook
export.
Islands?
They export.
Wow, what
over,
hateful rhetoric from
over
you,
$3
Jeffy.
million.
I'm asking.
Over $3 million worth of stuff. They import $110 million worth of stuff. There you go.
They export $3 million worth of stuff.
Yeah. Even I can
so
tell
their canning
the comma
capability,
placement.
their canning capabilities really aren't that much.
Well, they're limited.
Yeah.
Limited canning.
It's a good way to put it.
Okay, but he did say they're giving to the Cook Islands and the other islands around there. I think Guam and American Samoa are included.
Yeah.
$40 billion. Well, it turns out, no,
It's
he
not?
screwed that up too.
Oh,
It's
my
not
gosh.
$40 billion. It's $40 million.
Yeah.
He's so used to giving billions out,
Yes.
he can't even not say it.
Yep. But he also can't. He can't get numbers right no
Ever.
matter what. No matter what. It's right there in front of his stupid face. He still can't get it.
I mean, that makes me feel a tad bit better because I couldn't honestly.
I know.
I was when I heard
40
him say
billion?
40 to the Cook Islands, to the Pacific Islands. I mean, come on. What is even happening now? 40 million. I mean, I don't know that I'm crazy about, but
No, I'm not either, but at least it makes
Right.
a little more sense
Yes.
than
Yes, it
$40
does.
billion does.
yes, it does.
Jeez.
I mean, are we tying the islands together for our military? Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe
no,
we
we're building an underwater tunnel that connects all
Is
of
that going to
those
be where the
islands.
train stop is when it
Yes.
crosses the Pacific?
It is.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Just
There we
planning
go.
ahead. Just planning ahead. And then, of course, the real reason is because he and the Cook Islands prime minister are both from Baltimore.
Oh, right. There you go.
Except that they're
They've got
not.
that
But that's a
connection.
long story.
They've got that connection.
Yeah.
That's for
right.
another day. That's
You
a
know
long
how
story.
Baltimore people stay together? They hang together, man. They don't care. You can grow up in different countries, but if you both came from Baltimore, you
that's
have
it.
that tie.
You do.
And it's eternal. That tie.
That's good.
So that's good. Seriously, nobody knows what he's talking about. It's complicated. Yeah. The
Enlighten us.
complication is that neither one of you have anything to do with Baltimore, and yet you said you were both from there.
That does complicate
That
it.
does complicate it, doesn't it? That's a bit of a complication.
There's got to be something.
It's another
right? Doesn't there
freaking
have to
lie.
be something?
Don't do
No,
this.
there's
Don't
nothing.
do this, Jeffy.
There's
You
nothing.
Biden apologist.
Or just accept the fact that he's just a bizarre buffoon.
All right, I'm gonna
So
look
the
into
head guy from the Cook Islands, right? Is it the head
I went
guy?
to his Wikipedia the other
Don't
day.
point the finger at
I
me
went to
when
his
you're talking to
Wikipedia
me.
the other day. There was no mention of Baltimore under the Cook Islands guy.
I know, but is it anything to do with America at all?
I didn't.
Well, we
don't
haven't
think
even
so.
had diplomatic relations. That's the big deal, right?
Right. Yeah.
So here's the Washington Times headline. Suddenly, Biden and the Cook Islands PM are from Baltimore.
And who did this?
Washington Times. Or so the president says. Let's see. Biden gives up. Yeah, I don't see. Joe Biden leaves Anthony Blinken perplexed as he claims Cook Islands leader is from Baltimore in latest gap. I don't know.
Yeah, the rest of the crowd are just like, what the hell is
What
he
are you talking about? Because we know you're not from there.
My word, he sucks.
I mean, do you identify with Baltimore? Did you spend a lot of time there? Do you own property there? Have you ever visited Baltimore? Have you driven on the Baltimore Beltway? Is that
Oh,
what you're
there's no
talking
way.
about?
He maybe took an Amtrak into the city, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Hey, shout
Right.
out to Willie Mackett, who just sent me a link through Twitter. Sent me a link to Etsy Cook Island clothing on Etsy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Good.
Okay.
Grass skirt?
Well, see, okay, now Survivor Cook Islands doesn't count. I want an actual shirt where the tag says.
There was, right? They actually did do Survivor there.
Oh, nice.
Huh.
Yeah. But I need the tag. I don't need a shirt. I don't care what the shirt says. I want the tag to say "Made in the Cook Islands."
So maybe the winner of the Survivor was from Baltimore.
There you go, Jeffy. This is for you. This is available in the Etsy Cook Island store.
I knew it. There you go. Thank you.
Got the skirts and the little hat deals.
Thank you. For ceremonial purposes.
You can't make this stuff up.
You can't.
You can't. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris made an appearance where she cracked herself up talking about one of her favorite subjects.
You know, so one of the things that you all have learned, and I just love, I'm going to just confess that I'm a geek on some things.
What? Yes.
I love Venn diagrams.
Venn diagrams.
She's told us that before.
They were like, same. Someone is drawing one right now.
I mean, it just doesn't stop with her. And we cut it off before she got done. I mean...
No.
I mean, that's not the first time that she's
No,
it happens all the time.
And normally we just skip by the Venn diagram because it's like, okay, we got it. Every week it's a Venn diagram reference. But
what is her deal?
Laughs
I don't know.
like she's high all the time. She might be. I don't know.
So maybe, she's in charge now. They put her in charge of the new gun violence program, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So we don't really have anything to worry about because she's been in charge of the border, and look how well that's going.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's fixed.
So
The border is secure.
It is. I mean, everything she touches is fixed. And I just thought that the guy on stage with her, what's his name that introduced her there and was sitting, hanging out with her? Anyway, he's running the Biden campaign.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Cedric Richmond?
Yeah, so he had
who
some very
introduced
nice
her.
things to say about her because, like Jeffy said, everything she touches, she fixes, and he wanted us to know how great she is.
Here's Cedric.
You have Vice President Harris, some people some people say Madam Vice President, but around the White House, we call her the MVP.
She's the MVP because if she's the MVP of the White House.
See, she's the vice president, so then you add the M.
Oh.
And then you got MVP.
So my
she's
vice
the
president?
MVP.
I mean, I believe maybe MFVP.
Okay. Well, man, we need to come up with something. What does that stand for?
Man. Okay, yeah. If you're going to call her the MVP, you've got real problems.
That's everything you need to know about the White House.
Yes, it is.
Sure is.
Yeah. She's failed at literally every task she's been assigned. Has she accomplished anything? I mean,
no. No.
As we mentioned, illegal immigration seems to be, problematic. Yeah. It's suboptimal right now. But let's take a look at how that's going. They're repairing a section of the wall at the California coast, and here's what happened as they were doing that.
The construction workers, there's just a little bit of an opening there, and then they have to stand there and go, oh, wait, what is happening?
And here come illegals across.
Now keep this playing because they've got a dog who's like, bro, don't leave me in Mexico. He just comes flying up like, guys. Okay, how about this? The dog stays, the rest of you have to go back. God. This poor construction guys are like, I don't know, what are we supposed to do? We got to fix this thing.
Right.
Terrible.
I don't want the dog either.
You don't want the dog either?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's an illegal alien dog.
They probably wouldn't even know if it has its shots, nothing.
Yeah.
Get out.
It's probably not even spayed or neutered. Now, especially now that Bob Barker's not around to remind us.
Right.
But at least all its whole litter are going to be American canines.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good.
That's good.
That's really good.
Perfect.
Those puppies are American puppies now.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yep. So they got that going for them. Even more illegals are on the way. There's a trainload of them in Mexico that are headed north, bringing more wonderful people from South and Central America.
Yeah, they're escaping.
Look at that.
Wow. A lot of fun coming this way. Yep.
They're escaping climate catastrophe.
All right.
Coming to America on the train.
Oh, that's a good point, Jeffy.
I hope they get here soon enough.
Good Lord. How many cars are on this train? They are packed to the gills.
There's a hurricane chasing them, so they need to speed up that.
That's correct.
That train a little bit. because the
What are
climate
you
has
do?
changed.
Just riding on the top of the train.
I see.
Yeah. My gosh. How many people is that?
Too many.
12. I counted 12.
You counted 12?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's incredible.
That
we
sure
are
is.
so screwed, America.
Yeah, it's
Boy,
already here.
no kidding. Yeah.
Wow, it just doesn't end.
I watched.
This is the one that I
watched
wait
one
for.
re-
at the
one
intersection.
reporter questioning people coming into the country at one. I don't know if it was Eagle Pass or where it was, but they were all from China.
Oh,
that's neat.
Oh, good.
And
well, good.
And
welcome
it
to America.
It was families,
friends.
It was families.
Yeah, mostly
of course,
families.
The only people they said hello to was just young males. But
well, they're part of families, aren't they?
Thank you.
Do they have a family back home?
Are you trying to break up
I don't
this
know
family?
the answer to that
Are you
question.
trying to break apart a young
I don't
family?
know the answer to that question.
Here we are.
If you were trying to destroy the country, what would you do differently? This alone is
Yes.
enough to bring us down.
No, it most definitely
You're
is.
getting 11,000. Now, I mean, we're breaking a new record for daily illegal alien traffic every day.
Right.
It was, 9,000, then it was 10,000. It's already 11,000 yesterday or the day before.
Good news is
At Eagle Pass.
Eagle Pass, yeah.
Unreal.
Good news is
Okay, good news. I like that.
as long President Biden's got what? Not even 2 years left in his term, right?
Year and a half.
Yeah.
We're fine. It'll be fixed by then.
Sure.
Oh man, I can't even imagine
Sure.
this
It'll be
world
fixed by
January
then.
20th, 2025.
Yeah, think about that.
And that's assuming they let the election do its thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. This is great.
Oh.
Our fearless leader of this state, Greg Abbott's on Fox and Friends this morning discussing this very issue, the border agenda and the fallout thereof.
Do we have the graphic of that Greg Abbott sent out yesterday? Do you have that? Look at that. Texas continues to bus migrants to sanctuary cities to relieve overwhelmed border towns. So he has sent 12,000 to D.C., 15,300 to New York City, 9,200 to Chicago, 3,000 Philadelphia, 1,800 Denver.
And
650 to L.A. L.A. needs more.
Yeah, they do. It's a big city. They could
So how
handle
many?
way
Leave
more
that up
than
there.
that.
27,
These
36,
cities
39,
are
40.
crying.
That's about
they're
out
all
of their
42,000 right there.
minds.
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of their minds.
That's a small fraction. That's about 42,000 if my Keith math checks out. They got room for more.
Yeah, it's only 5 million here in Texas. So
right.
that are already here and more pour across the border every day. And I love the fact that they're getting a tiny little
Me
taste
too.
of it and they can't handle it.
And we set the record the
Out of
other
their
day,
minds.
11,000.
I'd like
Yeah.
to have them. I'd
Yep.
to have them bust the other direction, but
Yeah, take them back home.
yes.
And you
That's
know,
hateful. That's hateful, Jeffy.
New York City's big solution. See if this sounds familiar. Putting the illegals in nursing homes. You want to know why people are pissed on Staten Island? It's because they're kicking their elderly loved ones out to make room for what? In what world does this make sense?
I don't
It
know.
What is it
doesn't.
with New York and nursing homes as the place to stash people?
But that's not the only one. They're buying hotels.
Yeah.
They're buying
3
entire
years.
hotels. They bought the Roosevelt Hotel, and they're housing them there. They took over all the restaurants at the Roosevelt Hotel, and only illegals. I did the News and Why yesterday with Jaco Boyens, and Jaco says he was just in New York. He tried to go into one of the Roosevelt Hotel's restaurants. They wouldn't let him because he's not an illegal. They turned them over exclusively to feed the illegal aliens that are there.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
Isn't it?
New York City's paying
Interesting.
over, is it $1 billion? Is that right? To rent out these hotels for the next 3 years.
Yeah. Yes.
Congratulations.
And that's
you
just
asked for it.
That's just for hotels.
Right.
Yeah.
That doesn't include all the rest of the stuff that has to be
And
done
then
for them.
what happens at the end of that time? A year, 2 years, 3 years. I mean, it's just
According
going
to
be
Jaco,
destroyed.
they
right?
are released. They're just said, okay, your time's up here. See ya. And so they're going to become homeless on the streets of New York City, all of them.
And don't forget
What are you
all
gonna
the
do?
vaccinations that your children need to enroll in schools in New York City.
Yeah.
The illegals are exempt. I mean, we're not even a country, man. This isn't even a country anymore.
So hard to believe. All the benefits that illegal aliens are afforded
Yes.
that American citizens don't have. It's really amazing. 888-900 888-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Why this reminds me of Foreigner, because it sounds nothing like any Foreigner song that you could think of.
Bro.
Are they going to be nominated this year?
I don't know.
The Rock Hall of Fame?
Homeboy's out, so could be.
Maybe. We'll see. That's great. That's nicely done by Anthony. Good job on that. I don't know what he was trying to, represent or do or sound like. I don't think there was anything.
You're really hung up on that. I don't hear it. I don't hear any kind of similarity to anything.
Musical presentation there for you. And leads us right into Jeffy and chewing the fat. All right. Okay, that's good. Here's Jeffy to chew the fat.
I thought we actually did have an abbreviated version.
That was it right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Google. 25 today. They're all grown up.
Google's 25?
25, all grown up.
Interesting.
Wow, jeez.
And Bing still wants you to believe they're better.
Bing. How many times is it? It's a new and improving. Now we're better than ever. Now we're really, really good. You're going to like us. Just give us a try. And every time I do it, it's like,
no,
still
you're not.
Suck.
You're not.
Really bad. Really bad.
It's just agonizing.
It's amazing that Google looks exactly the same as they did 25 years ago, too. They haven't made any changes, really. I mean, I'm sure they've updated
yes, they have.
The search engine and stuff, but the look of it, that simple look of here's your search bar, type something into it, press click. And then
there you have it.
You have it.
There you have it.
It's amazing.
So happy birthday. It's official. It's also official Friday. And I know we talked about this one time before, but you may need to dry your eyes because it is official now.
Oh, no.
Friday is the last. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Friday is what?
The last day for DVD service from Netflix.
Oh, bro.
I know.
My mom's upset.
I know. Very sad.
Well, what do they expect us to do then? If I can't get my movie in the mail from Netflix, what am I supposed to do?
I was thinking about ordering a few because what are they going to do? Come after you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sending them back. They're mine now.
And what are you going to do with them? Do you even have a DVD player anymore?
I do, actually, yeah.
I have one. I have a couple, probably. We haven't used it in I don't know how long.
It is rare. I do use the DVD player from time to time.
Really?
I still have some VHS tapes, and I think we still have a VHS player somewhere, but boy, I couldn't tell you where.
Yeah.
But DVDs, yeah, absolutely. There's some movies. There's some movies that I'm not going to rent for $3 when I have the DVD.
Why?
You know what I mean?
Because you have to get up and go get the DVD.
That's what I have a wife for.
Okay.
Also,
all right, that makes sense.
At one time, I mean, they had 100,000 DVDs, and now they're down to like 6,600.
Oh, wow.
To choose from. I mean,
really?
It's nothing, yeah.
Are they selling them all on eBay or something?
That's a good question. I don't know that. They probably will. Also on Friday, Sphere at the Venetian Resort opens in Las Vegas. Can't
wait for that. Is that's a really big moon thing, right?
Right. Well, this is their their sizzle reel for the Sphere. Now, this is not the moon thing, but it is a Sphere. It is.
So there's going to be
similar.
2 of those massive things.
Yeah.
On the Strip.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Or in Vegas. I don't know that they are technically on the Strip, but it's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
You see the footage of that thing.
The other one's
around.
Bigger, right?
I think we covered this before, and I don't really remember. The moon thing is where like U2 has their their residency here. I would love to see the moon thing have Elton show up for the opening act, and just the Rocket Man does the moon, plays on the moon kind of thing.
That's neat.
Anyway,
be cool.
And you still have a ticket or so left. at the Sphere to see U2 opening night. There's one ticket left down there in 106 for $8,607.
Oh, no.
And so you can
I'm too
pick
old
that
to be
up.
down there.
And there's a few left.
Better hurry, though. That's going to go fast.
There's a few left for under $5,000, and there's still some left way back there in 407 for a couple $100. But
I think I'm in 302.
good luck.
Where are you? 302?
I think it's 300. Yeah, it's either 200 or 3. I think it's 303-ish, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see the stage from where
you
I'm
might
going
be
to
able
be.
to.
Right?
Well, you saw it's going to go over my head. I'll be there in December for you
Bring your binoculars. A couple of X's that kind of made me laugh the last couple of days. This one from Classic Rock in Pics. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers appeared at the Hollywood Bowl in Hollywood, California, September 25th, 1917. It would be their final concert as Tom Petty passed away a week later. I did not know.
1917?
1917.
Where does the time go?
I know.
It seems
I
like
could have
just
sworn it
few
was
years ago.
2017, but
1917.
It seems just like yesterday when Tom was still alive.
He
But
died a long time ago.
It was pretty cool when he played at the Woodrow Wilson inaugural. That was pretty neat.
Right. The other X that made me laugh, apparently, and I did not know this, John Fetterman was in town. He was filmed at DFW Airport. Now they posted it of just a naked guy walking through the airport, but I thought for sure it was John Fetterman.
Okay, I want to see this.
Do not record
Oh, we blurred it out.
There's a naked guy at the airport.
We blurred it out. It just showed his butt.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why would you blur it, or why would you walk?
Why would
around?
you blur
Why
it?
would you walk naked down the
I'm asking
terminal?
why would you blur it?
That was Terminal C, by the way. If you,
Yes,
if you
I
went there
know.
at DFW and you want to see if he'll do it again.
Quincy's connecting flight. Oh my gosh, man!
Ick. So that's weird. He had to get through security and then go into a bathroom or whatever and take off all his clothes.
Okay, that guy's not worrying about unchanging in a bathroom.
No,
No,
he
it's
is not.
It's true.
But it looked a lot like John Fetterman.
Sure did.
So I just figured
Do
it was
not record
the old DFW.
There's a naked guy at the airport.
95. 95.
My man.
My man. Dude.
I know what are you going to do? You're filming it. My man.
Oh boy.
I will say I have not seen that at the airport when I've been at the airport.
No, fortunately,
I'm a
I
little
haven't.
disappointed.
Are you?
A little disappointed.
Are
Yeah.
you? You'd like to see that?
Well, no, but I mean, if it's going to happen, it might as well happen while I'm there.
Yeah. Okay. It's brilliant logic.
That's all I'm saying.
Can't
Why do you
argue
want to
with it.
see that, Jeffy?
That's all I'm saying. I don't know. It'd be fun. My man.
Why are you gay?
My man. Oh, okay.
Oh no! Here we-
okay.
Don't get
Okay.
distracted by Chris. Don't.
Okay.
Don't.
Reminder to subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat, by the way, available wherever you get your podcasts, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher, out of Otsego, Michigan, which is, by the way, Otsego, Michigan, right here.
Okay.
Just so you know. It's being reported that it's northern Michigan. That's not northern Michigan. Okay. This is the lower half of it. Northern Michigan's up here.
Oh,
Just
okay.
be clear about that.
So it's above the hand map.
That's correct.
Wow.
That's northern Michigan. That's Upper Peninsula. That's the Yoopers. Okay.
All right.
So a woman heard yelling for help was found by first responders. Michigan State Police said first responders were called to a boat launch at Dixon Lake in Otsego County for a woman stuck in the outhouse toilet. Upon arriving
That can't be
at the boat launch,
Cannot be pleasant.
at the boat launch, the first responders heard the woman yelling for help. She told them she had dropped her Apple Watch in the toilet.
Oh, no.
And lowered herself in to retrieve it
No.
and was unable to get out.
Let it go.
Sorry, that's gone. I'm not trying to retrieve my Apple Watch. from an
So
outhouse.
the conservation officers from the Department of Natural Resources and state troopers
Ick.
removed the toilet, and a strap was used to hoist her out of safety. Out for safety. Now,
Wow.
they also went on to say if you lose an item in an outhouse toilet,
Don't go into the toilet.
you're
Lower
encouraged
yourself down.
You're encouraged not to attempt to retrieve it.
You're
encouraged.
And since serious injury could occur. First of all, I don't even want to be a part of even just having her come up out of there.
No.
Nastiness. But I don't even know if there's anything that could drop in that goo
that you would go down and retrieve?
No.
I don't think
there is nothing for me. Nothing. I wouldn't do it.
The first answer is a child, and that's maybe.
It depends on if it's a good kid or not. If the kid's a bad apple, then you kind of chalk it up.
Just drive
let it
away.
go.
You just drive away and hope that he doesn't get rescued. Because if he gets rescued, then you're in trouble.
Don't you talk?
A bad parent left their child in the outhouse goo.
Hold on a second. Hold on. You're good at scams, Jeffy scams, right? So how long after you get the insurance on something like that Apple Watch do you have to wait? In other words, if you drop it, can you just call, hey, I was thinking maybe I can get some of that insurance for the Apple?
They can see where it's at, right? You have the idea of the GPS on it, so they know that it's there. They're not.
I'm just trying to think of maybe you have to buy it and then you have like a couple of weeks, so it'd have to be brand new, right?
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to do it like 6 months.
There's for sure any kind other than all right, other than a family member. I'm not.
Which family member though?
I'm not helping you out of that. So, doesn't look like you're going to make it because no.
Let me take just a minute now and tell you about AMAC. There is an organization out there that still backs Obamacare, gun control, extreme transgender policies that endanger our children. And while they claim to be bipartisan, the truth is that last year, 95% of their donations went to Democrats. 95%. That organization is the AARP, and it doesn't represent the values of American seniors. Fortunately, there's a conservative alternative. It's AMAC. AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, proudly championing American rights to free speech, religious liberty, and the Second Amendment. AMAC is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization and defends parental rights to protect their kids. They're also fighting to restore America's election integrity as well. They're pushing back against the efforts to defund police, weaken our borders, and indoctrinate and corrupt our youth. With more than 2 million members nationwide, AMAC is pro-faith, pro-family, and pro-freedom, but they can't do it alone. Joining gives you access to special low rates on cell phones and plans, health and wellness products, travel and lodging, vision, dental, and prescription drugs. So join today. How do you do that? Well, you can send that strong message to AARP that they don't represent conservative seniors by joining AMAC today at amac.us/PAT. That's amac.us/PAT. Again, amac.us/PAT.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Finishing up with Chewing the Fat with Jeffy.
I know the big news from the NFL this past weekend was Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
I didn't hear
Taylor
about
was
this.
she was in Kansas City to cheer on
Why didn't we see anything about
rumored
that?
boyfriend.
Weird.
Travis Kelce. I know. There's this picture of them leaving the stadium from the back in the taking the back way out. Hi, hey, hi, and then they said there's another picture I didn't send in of them getting in the automobile out behind the stadium.
Was she in a corn outfit? Somebody
I will say this. She has appeared in more stadiums than he has this past year, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
I saw she does 44 songs at her show.
Wow.
Cool.
How long
are her shows?
This last one was all her albums, right?
Yeah.
So that's what she
the
did.
eras.
Yeah, it was like everything that she's done.
Which is why I'm surprised. They announced also this weekend the halftime show for the Super Bowl. And it's not Taylor Swift.
Oh, gosh. No, it's somebody.
It's Usher.
Usher, yeah.
Usher.
Yeah,
no, it's an honor of a lifetime.
Can't wait to
finally check the Super Bowl performance off my bucket list. Can't wait to bring the world a show unlike anything else they've seen from me before. Thank you to the fans and everyone who made this opportunity happen. I'll see you real soon. Usher. Our Usher is, some of his stage shows are a lot of strippers, a lot of polls going on. So we'll see if that happens at the old halftime show.
Isn't he the guy that discovered Justin Bieber and unleashed his reign of terror? Wasn't that Usher?
I don't know that, but that certainly could be true.
I think Jeffy, to back you up there, a source says that of the halftime show, Usher plans on having pole dancers.
Absolutely.
Dressed in a tasteful manner, of course, as well as dancers on roller skates. He is definitely keeping that in mind.
That's awesome.
As younger fans will be watching.
He did discover Justin Bieber.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
One more NFL story. Washington Commanders are now being sued by the Native American Guardians Association.
Yes.
Because they are advocating that the team revert to a Redskins. So they've asked nicely. They said, hey, we want you to go back to the Redskins. Now they're suing the Commanders to get the name back.
Bring it back.
Redskins. That's not going to happen. But,
what do you mean it's not going to happen?
Well, there's no way they allow that to happen. I wish they would.
Mm-hmm.
But,
then go with the Hogs. That's your only saving grace here.
Okay.
There's a connection to the 80s.
We also had a first in college football. In Virginia, Shenandoah University safety Haley Van Voris became the first woman to play in an NCAA football game who was not a kicker or punter. I made the impossible possible. I'm excited about that. She plays safety. I think there's a video of the actual play. Yeah. She
running
plays
on the field
safety.
there?
Yes, she's running on the field right now.
In red?
5'6", 145.
Okay.
And she gives the announcers, this is why it's Division III, the announcers don't even recognize it. And she gives there she is on the outside there.
Yeah, I see. She's going to
on
blitz.
the
It looks
outside.
like.
Yeah. She's coming and got the hurry.
Yeah. Oh, untouched.
Untouched, almost a sack. Yeah. They won that game huge, 48-7. So anyway, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's why she got in the game.
Correct.
Yeah. It's 26-0 when they put her in.
Correct.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So wait,
she still played,
why-
okay?
Right, she played.
ESPN gives them the good graphics package, but they can't give them the good announcers.
Yeah, they're not good.
That's where
Division III.
Beth Mowins needs to be calling that game.
That would be fine. I
She
would
did
be
the
actually
Baltimore
okay with
Indy
that.
game over the weekend.
I know.
Oh, kill me.
I know.
bad.
I know.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
know. And then we have Hope and Prosper, a city in Collin and Denton counties here in Texas, greater DFW area. They are looking to put a bond package to be voted on this coming November.
Against.
For the kids, of course.
Against.
It's always for the kids.
$2.8 billion bond package.
$2.8 billion?
Against.
Yes.
But it's for the
It's all for
children.
the kids.
I
It's
love the
all for the
children.
kids.
What are we
They're
getting
going to
with
get the
that?
latest and
What are we gonna
greatest.
get with
They're
that?
going to get technology
Good.
improvements.
Technology improvements.
Fine arts are in
For
the deal.
the children.
And did I mention the $94 million football stadium that they want to build? Superintendent
For Prosper?
Holly Ferguson, the superintendent,
Oh, man.
said that will be the most expensive high school stadium
ever,
in Texas, by the way.
Yeah.
And the superintendent said that the stadium is also about education.
Oh,
It's
get
not
out of
just
my
football.
face.
Really?
It's not just football.
How many
So-
classes are going to be held in the stadium?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that
It's
question.
horrifying that you don't think the children deserve
They get to
that.
vote on it.
It's horrifying. What kind of freak would not
They get
love
to vote
that?
on it. Oh, darn it. We didn't get to
Oh,
talk
they're
about college
going to vote
football.
for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's all they're going to
always do.
see are the signs that say it's
For the children.
for the kids.
For the children.
For the kids.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here
I am.
on the Blaze Radio Network.
Appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Got some tweets. When Gavin Newsom claims DeSantis is banning books for children, he needs to have excerpts ready and read them live during the debate.
Ooh, November 30th.
That would be great.
Oh, that would be really smart. Wouldn't that be smart? Here's something from the book you say I supposedly banned. By the way, it's still available, just not to first graders.
But it is in California.
Brian Keller tweets, moronic vice president. Oh, the MVP thing.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess they call Kamala the MVP around the White House, and that stands for not most valuable player or most valuable anything. It's moronic vice president.
Cool.
That's not what I thought
That's
at
good.
all.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willie Brown's MVP.
David Cullup. Was that immigration battle train? Was that?
Oh, yeah,
it was an
the battle
immigration
train.
battle train. Yeah, yeah. If so, does this now mean we're in World War III? Yes.
Feels like it every day.
Man, we sure are at the border, I'll tell you that. Let's see. We also have court jester. Oh, with the talking about the puppy that sneaked across the border with his illegal friends. And, obviously the next litter will be American puppies, right? And court jester calls them anchor puppies.
Anchor puppies.
Anchor puppies. Really good. And Chip Roy and other Republicans are getting a little sick and tired of what's going on at the border. They want the border locked down. Xenophobes, racist, haters. You know what they are? They're hate mongers who monger in hate. That's what they are. They're lying liars who lie and hate mongers that monger in a bunch of hate. And there's no room in my person for any of that.
Have you ever
known, no room.
Have you ever known a hate monger to lie or a lie monger to hate?
Yes.
Because that's the worst.
That is the worst.
Because then you don't see it coming.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But Chip Roy said this on the floor house yesterday.
What it might cost if there's a government shutdown Saturday. Let's be very clear. If there is a shutdown on Saturday, it is because President Biden, Chuck Schumer, my Democratic colleagues would prefer to shut down the government of the United States than shut down the border of the United States and protect the American people.
Well, that's clear.
That's the simple truth.
Yes.
It is.
That is how there would be a resulting shutdown on Saturday.
I think we stay up till midnight Saturday night and throw a party. Like it's almost like New Year's. So when the clock hits midnight and it's October 1 and the government is officially shut down, we just party.
Well, the Senate came to an agreement yesterday.
Don't care.
Well, the House. We'll see.
They've been busy working. They're busy on it. They're on it.
Are they on it?
They're on it.
Good. If they're on it, then I feel good about it.
What happened to, it wasn't that long ago, I thought we had it settled through the election, the presidential election. Remember that? Like, what was that?
Oh, yeah.
What is happening? I don't understand. I thought they came, because that's what pissed off everyone.
The last resolution was to get us through the election, right?
And then we were going to figure it out after that. But, was it that?
It never happens. That never happens.
I mean, it's going to be a real shame if it shuts down.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a crying shame. The way that Republicans should be handling this is by telling the truth about it and saying, look, that there's nothing that could happen that would be better than that, really. All essential things that must happen will still happen. You're still going to get your social security benefits. You're still going to get, all the way down to paying interest on loans. We still do all that.
But you won't be able to visit a monument.
That's possible. That is possibly true.
Why would you do that?
Right. A national park monument. Because national parks might close. Wow. Wouldn't that be tragic? Oh, no. How would we exist as a nation?
I don't know.
It's incredible. Let it shut down. It's the best thing that could happen, really. The UK Home Security said this yesterday about the immigration situation in Europe.
Immigration, inadequate integration, and a misguided dogma of multiculturalism have proven a toxic combination for Europe over the last few decades.
Wow.
I'm not the first to point this out. In 2010, Angela Merkel gave a speech in which she acknowledged that multiculturalism had utterly failed. And then French President Nicolas Sarkozy and British Prime Minister David Cameron echoed similar sentiments shortly thereafter.
Where are all those
Multiculturalism makes no demands of the incomer to integrate. It has failed because it allowed people to come to our society and live parallel lives in it. They could be in the society, but not of the society. And in extreme cases, they could pursue lives aimed at undermining the stability and threatening the security of our society. We are living with the consequence of that failure today. You can see it play out in the streets all over Europe, from Malmo to Paris, Brussels to Leicester. It is 13 years since Merkel gave her speech, and I'm not sure that very much has changed since. If people are not able to settle in our countries and start to think of themselves as British, American, French, or German, then something is going badly wrong.
Amen.
National identity is not something invented in an ivory tower or by advertising executives. The nation state has endured because it means something real to almost all of us. And that is true the world over.
Wow. You don't hear that kind of logic coming from Europe very often. That's Suella Braverman, who's the UK Home Security Secretary. That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Whenever Rishi Sunak decides to hang it up, might want to consider her as your future prime minister.
She has the guts to say that this diversity initiative has failed. Well, I think that's pretty clear, but nobody will say it.
And all the people she mentioned that were all for the same thing that she is, they're all gone now.
Yeah.
So have a nice day.
Yeah. That might be one indication of why nobody says it. Because you're going to be gone if you do. Also, back in this country, Kari Lake was giving an interview yesterday. She's been fun lately, hasn't she?
She has. She has been awesome.
I'm starting to think maybe it was a good thing she lost because she's really pissing me off. Anyway,
I don't know. I don't know about that.
That's true. Katie Hobbs is worse.
Yeah, and if she would have won that election, or not had it taken from her, however you want to look at it, then she wouldn't be here now doing this. So those decisions, are made. But she's been the definite nightmare.
Yeah,
no
she's
question.
been on Team Trump, and
that's fine.
That's totally
but don't
fine.
lie about things.
Don't lie about people.
Here's what she had to say.
On that face-off between DeSantis, let us not forget that DeSantis also shut the beaches down. DeSantis took a page out of Gavin Newsom's playbook.
This is amazing.
Despite what he says, he shut the beaches down. He did force vaccines. He did force face masks on our kids. So he tries to act like he was perfect. And Florida was
DeSantis forced vaccines on kids?
He forced vaccines on people, on workers.
No, he
He
didn't.
forced face masks on children. And he was for all that. DeSantis was for all of that.
What?
So he thinks that we forgot that as well. Now, granted, he didn't continue the misery as long.
Was it 1 month or a couple weeks on what it was?
It was a little more than that. The beaches were
How
shut
much
down
more
to
than
people.
that?
Right.
So anybody who shuts a beach down,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
There's a lot there. And so just before we went on
Did we fact check that?
So I looked into the beaches thing because the vaccines and first of all, the masks were the local school districts.
Right. That wasn't.
And he
that
came
wasn't
down on
DeSantis.
them. Yeah. He came down on them.
Yeah.
I'm not even. Maybe this is just my fault, but I'm not even looking into the vaccine thing. Somebody else can look that up because I don't believe that.
Well, he did work with some of the.
I remember
Florida
he helped
companies.
with. I remember
with
a press
Publix
conference he gave in front of a Publix where he said, "Hey, come and get your vaccine."
Get your vaccines
but that's
here.
far different than mandating it on workers.
Correct.
So if somebody has some of that, please message me on Twitter right now because I would like to see that. But,
Also, before you make your next point.
Yep.
Let's not forget what Trump did at the same time.
Oh, you're talking about Operation Warp Speed?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
He saved 100 million
15
lives.
days to flatten the curve that lasted a year and a half or whatever. That was all started by Donald Trump. And I'm not saying that Donald Trump is the worst candidate or shouldn't be nominated, or
But it's
I don't know yet.
It's a weakness.
But stop throwing all this stuff on DeSantis when you've got bigger problems with all of that.
Right. It's a weakness, and Team Trump with Kari Lake have to go after DeSantis on that. That's understandable. Okay, so here's what I did. I found an executive order from DeSantis on March 17th, 2020, and here's a line from it. It says, the governor is directing parties accessing public beaches in the state of Florida to follow the Center for Disease Control and Prevention guidance by limiting their gatherings to no more than 10 persons. All right, so that was March 17th. DeSantis went along with the no more than 10.
Okay, and then we were in to flatten the curve then.
Right. Okay.
We were all willing to step back there at that time.
Okay, this is a Politico story from March 19th, 2020, where the Senate says the Republican governor has refused to give a statewide order to close coasts, even as Democrats and CNN sound the alarm. Okay, so now we go to March 20th, 2020. So now we're a day later than this. He did call on Friday an executive order Ron DeSantis signed, calling for strict closures of beaches and businesses in Broward and Palm Beach counties. Okay. The restrictions are much broader than what he has ordered statewide so far. So now he's gone in 3 days from gatherings of 10 to Broward and Palm Beach. We are closing the beaches, okay? Mm-hmm. And this expired on March 31st. I don't think it was renewed. I'm not positive on that. So yes, 2 counties, beaches closed for 12 days here. That's a fact. The vaccine stuff, not a chance. I mean, again, prove me wrong, because that's a sticking point with me. And the mask thing, he was always pushing back on the local school districts on that. But don't get up there and lie, especially when you absolutely loved the man for his policies, Kari Lake, not long ago. You gotta see this clip of her at Turning Point.
Okay.
He's right up there right now, and his name is Governor Ron DeSantis.
My gosh. What?
I don't know if he's looking down here, but he's up there in that room, and we appreciated him.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit. I just got to spend time with him. Love the guy. Fantastic. He is gutsy.
He's gutsy.
The guy has bigger... Okay.
Oh, boy.
Wait, let me think about how I want to word this. My staff always says, whatever you do, do not say balls. So I'm not going to say it. That guy has a backbone made of steel.
Huh. Really? What about the beaches, Puddin'? What about the beaches?
Yeah.
And the children
I'll tell you what he's
forced
got.
masks
I don't know
on.
if you heard of this, but he's got BDE. Anybody know what that means?
Oh. Yeah, that's not backbone.
Ask your kids about it later. I call it Big DeSantis energy.
Wow.
Right?
Okay. Right? Yeah, right.
Right.
Except for the beaches.
He's got the same kind of BDE that President Trump has. And frankly, he has the same kind of BDE that we want all of our elected leaders to have.
Huh.
She's just
I can just see it right now. All the middle-aged ladies, such as myself, are on Google going, what does BDE mean? For the moms out there, I'm really sorry that I threw that out.
Are you?
So, you see, Governor DeSantis took that Trump strength and that Trump energy, and he brought it to his home state during COVID.
Wow.
And he showed America what it means to have a governor who is a fighter, who will defend our freedom and not sell us out.
Incredible.
Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for that.
How are you not embarrassed by your latest rhetoric? How's that possible?
These people are shameless. They don't care about facts. Left and right don't care about facts. They care about their guy.
And when was that? That was during her campaign?
No, that was, I don't know when that was. I think it was like a year ago at the Turning Point event.
Well, how old were you a year ago? Why are you
hello.
bringing ancient history to me, Keith?
Holy Smoke 1776 says, I lived in Florida during COVID. DeSantis definitely did shut down all the beaches and parks for months. Okay. I wasn't sure, but does not remember anything about forcing vaccines. And I mean, we can see. Oh, yeah, that wasn't mentioned here. I'm just.
If he did, Florida opened up before anybody. I do remember that. If it was shut down and everybody made that mistake at the beginning, including Donald Trump, by the way.
Yeah.
So everybody had the same problem. We were all freaked out, and everybody did shutdowns in the beginning. How long did they last? It seems to me that Florida reopened, and he stopped playing that game sooner than anybody else in the country.
Except for maybe, I think, Georgia, right?
Except maybe Georgia. Yeah,
That was,
and Trump was pissed at Kemp and still is to this day.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's incredible.
August 2022.
We need to give her a couple of Patnocchios at least, right?
August.
Well, how many?
22.
How many Patnocchios do you think she deserves for that?
So it was
because part of it is true.
What is it, 0 to 5?
0 to 4, and then 4 on 5, which is 5.
Okay, well then 4. She gets 4.
Wow.
Although he did shut down beaches.
Yeah.
Is it 4 worthy?
Yeah. And if you show me that he forced masks, then it's 3. If he forced vaccines, then it's 2. But, I mean, be honest with yourself.
Four Pat Nokios.
This is a good point from Hogasm. That clip was when she thought DeSantis was going to be the nominee.
And there they are. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey,
that's
look
amazing.
at me. Pick me for VP.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's embarrassing for her. Shut up.
Plus,
it's embarrassing.
Plus, it is well over a year ago.
Yeah, right. And again, I was 4 years old.
Well over a year ago?
Right,
4.
August.
Yeah, we're way beyond
August
that now.
Thank you.
We're into September of 2023. Keith, where have you been?
A year and 3 weeks. Well beyond a year. And stop sending the tweets about this is nitpicking. Micah 6'8", come on now. This is nitpicking.
No, it isn't.
Again, no, it's absolutely not. And we're supposed to focus on the left. Look, I can focus on, when you have principle, you can focus on the left and the right with your criticism.
And
stop it.
When they focus on the left, then we won't have anything to gripe about.
Thank you.
When Kari Lake focuses on the left, which is where that vitriol should be directed, then we won't have to talk about it.
So now I've got...
I mean, rarely have we spoken of Kari Lake.
Right.
Especially since that Arizona campaign was over.
So Cooked Goose in Florida tweets, actually it was local authorities who shut the beaches. DeSantis overrode the local authorities. I mean, we saw the executive order was at least 12 days. Then maybe it got rescinded. I just don't know.
And that's some of the issues that we had
and
even here in Texas, that the locals, would override what Governor Abbott would say, and they would say, no, we have more power than him. We can shut you down.
And that's when the states had to catch up with the local BS and make, at least in Texas, and I know in Florida as well, had to then do a statewide thing to say, all right, you're not going to do this again. We're not going to allow the locals to have this kind of authority. They had to catch up whenever their legislatures met, or the governors got around to overriding it with their own executive orders, etc. Oh, my gosh. Don't rewrite history, please.
It's agonizing. All right, let me tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust, because no matter whether you're selling or buying a home or you're doing both, these are the realtors that you need to get the job done. I mean, we're so confused on what we should be doing with our house because I guess it's 15 years old now? And so mid-2000s it was built. So it's like ancient property now. And so what do you do? You got to update some of it, right? Or it's not going to sell for the right price. Well, that's where the great realtor comes in. They give you the advice like we've gotten. Okay, yes, you should do the bathroom, the master bath. Maybe you replace the orange countertops from the 70s.
No way.
Maybe you take down the wood paneling, from the 60s and 70s. Maybe. But they'll tell you what you'll get your money out of and what you won't. It's Real Estate Agents I Trust, a company Glenn started so that you wouldn't have to go through some of the same things he did when he sold his Connecticut property for $39.95. Just painful. You don't want that. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. RealEstateAgentsITrust.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed. Missed an episode? Catch up anytime, anywhere podcasts are found. Pat Gray will be right back.
Before we move on from this Kari Lake thing, look, I don't even know that DeSantis is my guy in this thing. I don't know. I've always liked him, but I don't know that he's the one I'm going to vote for. I just can't stand the lying about him or the making such an issue out of that period of time when everybody made mistakes, including Donald Trump. And if you can't admit that, you're just not being honest. He made mistakes.
And he's never going to admit that.
He's never going to admit it. Bless his heart. He's, but it just pisses me off, the vitriol going against DeSantis when everybody's got plenty to go around. Everybody's got plenty of blame during the pandemic where people caved and they did certain things because they were scared. Everybody was frightened out of their mind, and we got conflicting information every step of the way. And the vaccine was sold to us like it was going to get us back to normal. So everybody thought that in the beginning, and then it turned out not to be the case. It wasn't true. I mean, it didn't protect anybody from anything.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and the best I can piece together, and a lot of people are sending me stuff and stories from, I got this one from April 27th, 2020 that was sent to me that just talks about how counties were starting to reopen. So I'm piecing this together. Best I can tell is late March, DeSantis does close those 2 county beaches. Then lots of counties start closing their beaches, and by the end of April, early May, these counties then begin to reopen their beaches.
Okay.
So obviously
All right.
he has to take fault for the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For the 2 counties.
Yeah.
Show me something about the masks and the vaccines. That I just have not ever seen, and I'd love to be convinced otherwise.
Well, Kim tweets, DeSantis passed an executive order during COVID that nobody talks about. I'll find it and send it to you. Please do. I haven't liked him since. He does stuff on the down low.
And I think that might be the late March
possible.
one for Broward and what was the other one? Beach closures. Palm Beach.
Then Zena tweets, I live in Florida, and DeSantis was not responsible for the park shutdowns. That was the local government officials, such as your county commissioners and city officials. When I questioned Hillsborough County commissions or commissioners, they cited CDC, not a governor order.
There you go.
Yeah, how many bailed and just pointed to the CDC guidelines.
Right.
And
We're following the science. We're following the science.
CDC, we didn't make anybody do anything.
Thank you.
Right. We don't have that power. Well, you shouldn't. That's for sure. Kevin Eslinger tweets, I love Trump, I love Lake, and I love DeSantis. They all need to stop trying to destroy each other. Thank you, yes. That would be my preference. And focus on destroying those who are trying to destroy the country.
Amen.
I can't take it when their inner politicians show through like this. That's a really good way to put it, because we should be united against Joe Biden and the insanity that is coming from the Democrat Party. They are trying to destroy the country.
And it's working.
It is.
It's working.
Yes, it is. But we're going to tear each other apart so much that he's going to win again if we're not careful.
Because then we'll have nothing left.
Right.
We have nothing left to fight.
Right. It's just sad.
Hey, by the way, that soldier that defected, Travis King, crossed the border from South Korea into North Korea, apparently North Korea has deported him.
Oh.
So
they don't even want him, huh?
Why? Because he crossed the border illegally? Come on, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. So,
incredible.
Welcome home,
That's
Travis.
awesome. Yeah, it's incredible.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
More Pat Gray Unleashed just
Hillary's going to be
around
here,
the
right?
corner. Oh, yeah, Hilary Kennedy will stop by. Got some interesting things to discuss with her involving the NFL and the UFC.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Don't forget the second GOP debate is tonight. We'll have all the fallout for you tomorrow morning right here. Meantime, we're joined by Hilary Kennedy of the 4-Minute Buzz and HillaryKennedy.com. Welcome.
Thank you for having me in.
Apparently, there's some more interesting things happening with the UFC.
There are. So I've got 2 stories today about 2 pro athletes that people are trying to figure out, are they crazy or are they based? So this is the game we're playing right now.
Crazy or
so we'll
based?
start with Bryce Mitchell. He is number 10 in the UFC in the featherweight division. And a lot of people really like this guy because he calls himself a inbred hillbilly. He's so funny. But he started his fight with Dan Ige on Saturday night in Vegas. You know, when the announcer brings him out and says, like, fighting in the red corner or whatever. Mm-hmm. We have a clip of what he does while he's being announced.
All right.
Corner at 5 feet 10 inches tall. This mixed
Is that the
martial
Bible?
artist
He's holding up the Bible
46 pounds
and screaming
in 17
freedom
fights. His record's
at the top of his lungs. So this is how he starts the fight.
Oh, okay.
Crazy or based?
It's a great, it's a great fight. And then at the end, you know, they do the post-fight interview. And so he makes his opponent, Dan Ige, stay with him to be interviewed by Michael Bisping. And his interviews really caught a lot of people's attention. So we have a clip of that as well. He got a little torn up in that fight.
Yeah,
well, fight fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards, and here are the totals. 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28, all for your winner by unanimous decision, Thug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell!
He knew it. He knew it.
Let's go! So he's got his Bible again.
This is your time. No, it's not, damn it. You're going to stay right here and you're going to pray for this nation. This is your destiny from God. The world is watching you and you're going to pray right now. And I love you.
Tell me what to do right
I'm here
now.
with the winner, Bryce Mitchell. Bryce, congratulations to both of you. Tremendous fight, back and forth battle. You were declared the winner. Talk me through the fight. How do you feel?
Take your time. He's the hardest hitter I've ever fought. I didn't expect him to be so fast and move so well. And his grappling defense is so good too. I brought this Bible in here tonight because I do believe Satan has taken over this earth.
Oh, wow.
And something specifically I'm talking about is these fires in Hawaii. I'll be donating $5,000 to Dan Ige tonight to give to people in Hawaii because I know he lost friends, they lost their homes, they lost their children. And I love these people with all my heart, and we have to show Satan that he can do nothing through the power of Christ when we come together.
Let me ask you about your eye. Obviously, Dan connected with a couple of good shots there. Cut above and underneath it. How much did that impair your vision?
Oh, that's a scratch, man. I ain't nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, also, too, these fires in Hawaii, I don't believe that they were natural. I believe they were man-made.
Okay.
They're trying to take the land from the natives. And I want Dan Ige, a native Hawaiian, to lead this world in prayer against the power of Satan.
Right.
Well, congratulations on a great fight.
Yeah, we're not doing
Dan
that
Ige,
now.
congratulations as well. Bryce Mitchell,
good luck with that.
We're not doing that
Tremendous
now.
performance,
Check it
my
out.
brother.
Well, let's do,
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner,
Yeah.
Thug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell.
Well, then they get down in the ring and they do pray.
they pray.
So that
They
was,
really did.
Yeah,
But
they really
they just
did.
didn't have a mic at that
right,
point.
they wouldn't let them.
Yeah, we're not doing that
broadcast
on
what
the
they
air,
were
bro.
saying.
Okay.
So he actually, Bryce Mitchell, got on everybody's radar back in 2022 because he said in one of his interviews, Joe Biden may have committed treason by allegedly making an ton of money off of and using our tax dollars in a bribery scheme involving his son.
Thank you.
He also said, I'm not going nowhere to fight none of these wars for these politicians, when people were asking him about the hostilities between Russia and Ukraine.
Wow.
So interesting guy.
Yeah.
I have one more clip of him. I don't know if we have time to play it, but he kind of put out a message to Sugar Sean O'Malley, and he's got some interesting statements in that clip too.
That's what it's all about, is being yourself in here, and that's what people love. And I'm just glad for the opportunity to make.
So Sean O'Malley made a video. He said that the earth ain't flat and that he wants to be more like Bryce because he wants to have animals. So first off, the earth is flat, and I can explain to you how.
Wait, what?
Second off, you can be a farm boy as soon as you make up your mind, O'Malley. And that urge to start a farm, that's a God-given desire because you know something bad is happening in the world and you want to secure your own food. So that's not a crazy thought that you're having.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
So
a
he's
teeny
a
bit of
flat
credibility
earther.
there on the flat Earth
Why?
thing, but whatever.
He's right about the food, though.
He's right about that.
And then we do have one more
Well,
clip that we
fight
started
fans
a
after
second
three-
ago where he talks about how if you were in the NFL, you can't say these sorts of things. You would get fined for saying these. So I don't know if we can have time to play that, but it's great too.
And that's the other one. Yeah.
That's what it's all about, is being yourself in here, and that's what people love. And I'm just glad for the opportunity to make infuse my personality into what I'm doing. I have no problem fighting, but my favorite part is just getting to say what I want, do what I want, live the free life that I live. That's what I love about this of the UFC. It gives me freedom. I'm in here fighting for my freedom. You can't be in no NFL team talking how I talk. You can't be on no NBA team talking how I talk. UFC gives me freedom to be who I want to be, and that's what I love. That's why I go in here ready to die, because this is the free. I can't have no other job that gives me this freedom, and that's what I love, brother. I'm free.
Okay.
Well,
So-
you could believe in the flat Earth thing and be in the NBA, Kyrie.
Yeah.
So that wasn't accurate.
But I saw our own Chad Prather even tweeted something in support of Bryce Mitchell, which was pretty cool. But crazy or based? That's the question. For a lot of people
There's a
with
little
Bryce
of
Mitchell.
both in his clips.
Yeah.
There's also a brother of one of the UFC. Is John Jones a former champion, or is he still a champion?
So he still fights. He's the heavyweight champion, but his brother Chandler, who I honestly did not follow until this story.
Are we to believe that Chandler is crazy, or are we to believe that he got hacked and the whole thing is a ruse?
Yes, so that's exactly what got this on my radar. He's a defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders. If you don't follow him, great player. I mean, he signed a huge contract last year.
They need him.
But
Raiders
They're
need him.
having a hard time without him because he hasn't been playing, because he has been posting some really concerning things on social media. So he wrote in a post just this Monday that he was taken to a hospital against his will by the Las Vegas Fire Department and then later transferred to a behavioral health facility last week.
Wow.
The team is saying this is a personal matter, and that's all they'll say. They won't go into any details about it. But he's been away from the team since Labor Day weekend, and that's when he started writing these social media posts aimed at the Raiders, the owner Mark Davis, the general manager Dave Ziegler, the coach Josh McDaniels. Some people are saying in these tweets or X posts.
No. Stick with tweets.
Okay.
That's not what it is.
That he may have allegedly suggested that Mark Davis or someone close to him raped or molested his daughter or stepdaughter or a child he's watching.
But he claimed that those were hacks, right?
Yes, he claimed that those were. Yes, he claims his account was hacked. And then after saying someone may have endangered a child of his of some sort.
Right.
Then he says, I don't have any children. And then he says the team somehow got in touch with his baby mama that he hasn't talked to for 5 years. So people were like, does he have kids? Does he not have kids? What does any of this mean? So after that,
weird.
He said that 5 to 7 Las Vegas Fire Department officials came to his front door, said he'd been put on a court hold by the police department, and they took him in.
Right.
But he said, I haven't done anything wrong. The police said people were concerned about me because of my posts online. Then he said once he was in the ambulance, he was injected with an undisclosed substance, even though he didn't give consent. And then he said when he got to the behavioral facility, they also were trying to give him injections or make him take medications that he didn't consent to.
Probably trying to give him the vaccine.
It's going to take more than one person to give Chandler a shot.
He's a big dude.
He's a big guy.
It's not like, oh, please, Chandler.
Well, and what's interesting, so his brother John Jones gave an interview talking about Chandler. I think we have a clip of that talking about
awesome.
How he makes all the right choices.
He's one of the greatest fighters of all time, period, in all of combat sports. And I don't think people give him enough credit. The guy is undefeated. Right.
Also
never lost in MMA.
Has had a lot of problems. And that's kind of where this conversation is going because they have another brother, Arthur. So both John and Arthur and Chandler, they've all had issues with the law.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are saying, is it possibly genetic schizophrenia or is it from CTE? Because they've all had injuries from playing professional sports.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but we did have a clip. It's John Jones basically saying, like, my brother makes great choices. He does Pilates. He's got, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I want to play it.
Here it is.
I was just told we have it.
Goes a little something.
This is why I stopped.
Like this.
Like this.
So if we don't have it now.
We don't have it.
And now I'm hearing a never mind. What did he say?
Well, I can tell you what he basically says. My brother, he's in tip-top shape. He's like, he's a big dude. He said, I'm the older brother and he can take me. But he said he takes really great care of himself. He's always working out, doing Pilates. He said he makes all the right choices.
Fit.
Yeah.
Healthy, like Jeffy, right?
So he's saying his brother's, mentally and physically healthy. But again, it runs in the family. I mean, John Jones, he's been arrested 5 times since 2012.
Yeah.
For what?
For what? Yeah.
Oh, I can give you the rundown. Driving under the influence.
Right.
First.
Big deal.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Influence of what?
It's a very big deal.
Of alcohol. So it was alcohol in 2012. Then a hit and run case where he collided with another car that had a pregnant woman in it.
Okay.
He had another arrest for a DWI, firing a gun, driving without insurance. And then his last arrest came in 2021, right the same night that the UFC inducted him into their Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
He was out partying, got drunk. Later that night, they arrested him on charges of domestic violence, battery, misdemeanor, and then damage to a police vehicle. So the brothers have had a really hard time. So it begs the question, is it from some sort of injury? Is it a mental illness? Who knows? But,
is it genetic?
But Chandler's saying, I'm completely sane and in my right mind. But the fact that the team won't comment at all or say anything is very strange.
Yeah, really strange.
Interesting. Good stuff. Thank you for bringing it.
You're welcome.
Hillary, we'll be watching for you on the 4-Minute Buzz.
All right,
coming up momentarily.
Appreciate you bringing in the Bible thumpers.
I actually do. He might not, but the rest of us do. All right. Vladimir Putin recently called the U.S. dollar's drop in dominance objective and irreversible during the recent BRICS summit in South Africa. BRICS, of course, that's the unification of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa to try to bring down the U.S. dollar. So that's why Birch Gold Group is busier than ever. Investors and savers are looking to harness the power of physical gold held in a tax-sheltered IRA. Just text PAT to 989898 and get your free kit. Look, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just turning you on to something that is a really good idea, I think. And go through the information yourself and see if you think it's right for you. Free info kit on gold. They've got thousands of happy customers. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've got countless 5-star reviews. So you can count on Birch Gold to help you navigate through transitioning an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. So as the U.S. dollar continues to get pressure from foreign countries, digital currency, and central banks, arm yourself with the information on how to protect your savings. Text PAT to 989898 and claim your free info kit right now.
Gray Unleashed.
So, have you mentioned that there's a debate happening tonight?
Oh, is that tonight?
That's tonight, yes.
A debate. With who?
For second
Who's
place?
debating?
Is this a debate for second place in the GOP?
Yeah, the second place for the GOP, yeah.
Really, that's what it is.
The fact that Asa's
right?
not there hurts, though.
It does. It does.
That kind of
And we lost Francis. We lost Francis and Asia.
Our boy. Did you ever get your money? Speaking of my man Suarez, you did?
I got the card in the mail, and then I promptly went out and I spent it. So, yes, it's worked.
Oh, yeah, you need to spend that card fast. I don't know how long those funds are going to be around.
Yeah.
Make sure it's still good.
Congratulations. You've stimulated the economy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Walmart got it.
I'm glad we made some noise about that because I really did. I thought you were never going to see
I had
that
an
money.
NBC reporter reach out to me because he saw me ranting that I hadn't gotten paid yet. And so he asked, hey, because then I showed him, I got an email, look. And then he's like, okay, well, make sure you tell me if the card actually arrives. So anyway,
And it actually did.
It has, yeah.
And it's already gone.
It gets, the Walton family has it now.
So you got your $20 gift card for a $1 donation, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That is.
Yeah. That's not a good way to stay in the campaign. Really.
No, well, it worked for Bergamentum.
Yes, it did.
Because, I mean, he's still on the stage. He's the first one that started doing that.
Wow. Then he'll be there tonight. Thank goodness.
Oof.
Doug Burgum, former governor or current governor of North Dakota?
Yes.
Current.
Oh, gosh. Don't
Kermer,
make me.
the Kermer governor of North Dakota.
I have no idea. People in North Dakota are rolling their eyes right now on us because we're just like, sorry, y'all, we don't keep up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's over 18 people that live there.
Yeah.
Over 18.
Yeah.
We should know.
Way.
We should know
we
this.
We should know this.
Right?
We should know the governor of North Dakota. We should.
We should.
Yeah,
the current governor, because we follow everything that happens in North Dakota.
It's embarrassing that we don't. I'm embarrassed for us.
Yeah, it looks like he's still the governor.
Yeah, he's still the governor.
I guess.
Of course. I was just testing you guys to see if you knew.
And you didn't, so you're stupid.
Yeah, right. Morons.
So he's
idiots.
on the stage, thankfully.
Thankfully, yes. And so is Tim Scott, who nobody even talks about. Nobody even talks about.
That is
Tim
pretty
Scott.
incredible. Nobody mentions Tim.
It is.
Because he's, I don't dislike him.
Not bad.
I don't dislike him.
Not terrible. But there's also Nikki Haley in there,
who's
gotten quite a bit since the last debate. She's gotten a lot of focus on her
She has,
especially from the left, who want a moderate,
she's all for Ukraine,
establishment Republican.
Right? She's all for Ukraine.
We're all set on that.
Yep.
We are all set.
Got a
on
moderate position on abortion. She thinks we're hurting ourselves by being, too pro-life.
And if you'll recall,
and I hate.
You recall with her, she was the one who was like, "Hey, Disney."
Yeah, that's the thing that really
give me a
pushed
call.
me the
We'll
wrong
talk
way.
about moving your outfit to South Carolina.
Yeah, and we won't hassle you.
Yeah, you can be as woke as you want in South Carolina.
Stupid company.
That really ticked me off.
Can I say
with her.
something about
too.
Doug Burgum? I've said this from the beginning, because I think Chris printed up all of their campaign stickers or whatever. He's got the sharpest looking logo for his campaign. I mean, that's
good.
I
Yeah,
like
that is good.
It's simple. It's got the American flag. Rah rah rah. Anyway, there you
Stands
go.
out.
He's for America.
It's for America. That's what I'm complimenting him.
That's more than Joe Biden can say.
More than the
for sure.
president
He's
of
for
the
Ukraine.
United States. Yeah.
And he's doing a really good job for Ukraine. So if you're a big Ukraine advocate in this country, he's your guy.
He's your guy.
He'll keep Ukraine first, and he's already told us that.
Somewhere on a thumb drive, there is a Gavin Newsom for America 2024 campaign logo just itching to be on shirts and stickers. It's happening. It's absolutely happening.
The Newsom thing?
Gavin Newsom is absolutely going to run for president. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
This time.
Could very well happen. It could very well. And he was asked about it over the weekend, and this time he didn't deny it.
Say no.
He didn't say no. I'm fully supporting the president in his bid for re-election. He didn't do any of that.
Yeah, because remember last time he was asked, he was like, I think that's the prerogative of the vice president.
Yes.
You're not saying that anymore. All you're talking about now is table stakes or something. I don't even remember.
Oh, yeah, you used the gambling analogy with that's just table stakes.
That makes me want to get a steak today.
Yeah, he just made us hungry.
And eat it. And put it on my table. I'll even put the steak on a table and eat it.
So what if Gavin Newsom, now he probably can't, you're sitting there, guys, in the audience, you're thinking, there's no way I'm ever voting for Gavin Newsom for dog catcher. But if he offered you a table steak,
then I would. I'd vote for dog catcher.
Yeah.
You can be the dog catcher. Don't care how many dogs he catches.
I was reading something. His wife,
Get that one coming across the border. Right?
Yeah.
In California, this is so California. They don't call it First Lady of California. They call her the first partner. It's so nauseating. But I was reading this little thing about her, and it said that when she was, this is so tragic, when she was 6 years old, this is Gavin Newsom's wife, her 8-year-old sister was hiding behind a golf cart. And the way the article read, it sounded like Gavin Newsom's wife, whatever her name is, like was moving the cart, like maybe was playing around or something, and rolled over her 8-year-old daughter or sister and killed her.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, it's just
really,
and it was this tragic story.
Oh man,
about
she's had a tragic life, right? Because then she went off about this. She got the Weinstein stuff she was involved in.
That wasn't.
She was also, and Gavin also admitted to an affair when he was mayor of San Francisco. I don't know that he was married to her at that time, to the wife now, but he had a big time affair.
Jennifer Seibel Newsom.
Wasn't he married to? What's her face?
I don't know. I don't
Kimberly
know.
Guilfoyle.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Kimberly Guilfoyle, formerly of Fox News. They were either
she's with Junior now.
Yeah, but she was involved with him or married to him even.
Yeah, 2001 to 2006.
Is that when he had the affair as mayor of San Francisco?
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But that's interesting. But
that is interesting.
If you're Kimberly Guilfoyle,
you've done pretty good for yourself.
Put up with that douchebag, though.
You've done pretty good for yourself.
Yeah,
it's his hair.
Yeah,
it's his hair.
It's his hair.
It's his hair.
Okay.
I mean, this is
all right.
I mean, that's what we vote on now in America is looks and personality.
That's true.
We don't.
She's not voting. She's looking at other things. It's not the hair.
What are we talking about?
Not the hair. Let's go back to the Kari Lake interview.
So he had an affair in 2007. It says.
Okay.
So this is
that's after Kimberly.
Yeah. So it says. So how's that work then? It says I acknowledged it and I apologize. Former San Francisco mayor, now running for California governor. Obviously, an old article says he has learned from his 2007 affair with campaign manager's wife while he was married.
That's right.
To Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Right. And
he's an interesting
it was the campaign manager, his friend. His friend's wife.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yes, that's right. I'd forgotten about that.
Maybe
so he's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Maybe that'll come up on November 30th when he debates DeSantis.
That would be good.
I guarantee it will.
It
absolutely will.
I'm not sure, Gavin. I've never screwed my friend's wife like you, but
incredible. Also, yesterday, Elon Musk tweeted this. This is mildly concerning.
What's the name of this robot?
This robot, whatever.
Optimus. I don't like it.
Optimus, yeah.
Self-calibrating its arms and legs.
Huh.
Using only vision and joint position encoders.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh. Does it change colors like that too,
Interesting.
Right?
Oh, look at it pick things up.
Yeah. This is creepy, right?
My
so
question is
little tasks like that.
Look at that. Neural net runs entirely on board using only vision.
Oh, interesting.
Scary.
So nothing's controlling it? It's doing this on its own?
That's my understanding. Jeffy, you got more on this? Yeah, Chris is saying yes. Look at this guy. This guy's asking for it. I've seen the future, and this is how I'm going to die. One of these optimist things.
Interesting. Wow, look at what it can do, though. That's amazing.
When those arms and hands can get wet to do dishes, let me know.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well,
I'm not happy.
We're probably going to
that.
regret this someday, and that day may come sooner than later.
Yes.
But look, it stands on one leg. Look at its coordination. It can do. Wow. So Musk and his people invented that?
That's pretty incredible.
I don't know the backstory on Optimus.
Interesting.
I just know that I have seen the future, and there's an army of those walking down a city street near you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's why we have the film coming out soon, right? Creator.
Oh, that looks good.
It looks good.
That's out Friday.
And I love their promotion campaign is all the robots showing up at all the different professional sporting events, just being the creator robots in the crowd. Awesome. It's good promotion.
Yeah, it is.
It is from the Tesla Optimus account.
Okay.
And I mean, it looks like
interesting.
It's one of Elon's babies there. Humanoid.
He's got a lot of irons in the fire,
does.
this guy. Jeez.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Fascinating. All right, we will be back to fix the rest of the stuff that we couldn't get to today. We fixed most everything.
A lot of it, yeah.
It's not a lot of it, is behind us now. We'll take care of the rest of it tomorrow. See you then. Also, we've got overtime coming up next. Well, in a couple hours it'll be posted.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.